nice we feel here. The sky is also very clear as there are no clouds. You can see the same scenario from the terrace of your house also. Since there are no clouds, we can see many heavenly bodies. They are far away from the earth. Some of them twinkle, some do not. Those which twinkle are called stars. Some stars look large and prominent. We feel that the stars and planets in the sky are close to each other. But in reality, they are lakhs of kilometers away from each other. The planets, the stars, the sun, and the moon in the sky are known as heavenly bodies. Compared to other stars, the moon and the sun are closer to the earth. Therefore, we can easily see their round shape. The heavenly bodies which twinkle are called the stars. The stars have their own light. This light may fluctuate, sometimes become bright, sometimes faint. The sun is also a star. It is closer to us than any other star, so it looks big and bright. We cannot see the stars in the daylight due to the sun's bright light. The solar system. The planets, the Earth, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, together with the Sun as a star, are known as the solar system. The planets in the solar system revolve around the Sun. The Earth is a planet and it gets light from the Sun. Along with the planets, there are a few more heavenly bodies in our solar system. For example, dwarf planets, asteroids and satellites. The characteristics of the planets. The planets revolve means move around the Sun along a specific path. This path is called the orbit of the planet. In the solar system, the planet nearest to the Sun is Mercury. Neptune is the planet farthest from the Sun. Among the planets of our solar system, Jupiter is the largest by size. All the planets receive light from Sun. All the heavenly bodies in the solar system receive light from the Sun. The Earth. The Earth is an extremely precious planet of the solar system. It has a living world on it. That means trees, animals, insects, birds, and human beings live on it. So far, such living world is not found on any other planet. That is why we should take care not to damage and degrade the environment on the earth in any way. If that happens, the living world on the earth will also be affected and gradually it will disappear. Comparing to the size of the Sun and even the size of the 8 planets, the remaining heavenly bodies in the solar system are very small. Satellites. The heavenly bodies which revolve around the planets are called satellites. The moon is the natural satellite of the earth. Children, do you know that the moon rotates around itself? While revolving around the earth, it also keeps rotating around itself. As the moon revolves around the earth, it is the satellite of the earth. The moon is very small as compared to the sun, but it is very close to the earth, so it looks big. Most of the planets in the solar system have their own satellites. These satellites also receive light from the sun. The planets revolve around the sun along with their satellites. Dwarf planets. Dwarf planets means very small planets. Some heavenly bodies beyond the planet Neptune revolve around the Sun. They are known as dwarf planets. For example, Pluto. Pluto is a dwarf planet. Dwarf planets revolve around the Sun independently. They have their own specific orbits. Asteroids. Between Mars and Jupiter, there is a band in which there are numerous heavenly bodies. These heavenly bodies in this band are called asteroids. Asteroids also revolve around the Sun independently and have their own orbits. In this way, there are planets, satellites, dwarf planets and asteroids in our solar system. Gravity. All heavenly bodies exert a force of attraction or a pull on one another. This force is called the force of gravity. When the Sun is pulling the planets towards itself, simultaneously the planets also try to go away from the Sun. As a result, each planet revolves around the Sun at a fixed distance. That is to say that each planet revolves in a fixed orbit at a fixed distance from the Sun. Children, when you throw a ball up in the sky, what happens after a while? And why is it so? This is because the Earth has its gravitational force. This force, this pull, keeps all the objects and the living world on the Earth. For example, if you throw a ball or any other object up in the sky, finally all fall back on the Earth. A fruit or a leaf from a tree also falls on the Earth due to this gravitational pull of the Earth. When we jump in the air, we come back to Earth due to gravity. Space. Literally speaking, space means empty space. But in this context, the space means the empty space in which the planets as well as the stars move around. Man has to enter the space in order to study the heavenly bodies. For that, he needs a rocket and a spacecraft. The person who sits in a spacecraft and goes into the space is called an astronaut. The Earth pulls everything towards itself due to its gravitational force. Nevertheless, both a rocket and a spacecraft can be sent up into the space. For that, it must be given power sufficient to overcome the force of gravity. The technology used for this is called rocket technology or space launch technology. Several countries have studied space launch technology and manufactured spacecrafts. India has also developed its own technology and sent spacecrafts into the space. India's Space Launch Center is in Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh on the coast of the Bay of Bengal. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. This is based in Bangalore. It is engaged in the research related to the heavenly bodies. Mangalyaan is the spacecraft manufactured in India with the help of ISRO. India launched it in the space on 5th November 2013. Similarly, on 22nd October 2018, India launched one more spacecraft on the moon. This was also made in India. Both spacecrafts were unmanned. Some spacecrafts remain in the space forever. Some spacecrafts return to the Earth after a particular time period. Some spacecrafts carry astronauts into the space. Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian astronaut to go into the space in 1984. Kalpana Chawla and Sunita Williams were the first women astronauts of Indian origin to go into the space. Man-made satellites. These artificial satellites keep revolving around the Earth along a particular fixed orbit. They keep revolving for many years. The uses of man-made satellites. With the help of man-made satellites, we can observe and get information about agriculture and environment. Man-made satellites help in weather forecasting. We get help of man-made satellites in preparing maps. For example, Google Maps. Man-made satellites help in searching for water and minerals on the Earth. Communication becomes easy. It is because of such man-made satellites that we can speak to anyone, anywhere in the world on our mobiles. It is because of such man-made satellites that we can speak to anyone, anywhere in the world on our mobiles. We can also watch sports matches going on anywhere in the world just sitting at home. What did we learn? All the objects in the space are called heavenly bodies. The heavenly bodies which twinkle are called stars. The planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, their satellites, the star Sun, dwarf planets and asteroids all together make the solar system. The planets revolve around the Sun along a specific path. This path is called the orbit of that respective planet. There is life on the Earth. Earth is the only planet of the Sun so far which has living world. The heavenly bodies which revolve around the planets are known as satellites. There are very small heavenly bodies which revolve around the Sun. They are called dwarf planets. There are innumerable small heavenly bodies in the belt between Mars and Jupiter. They are called asteroids. All heavenly bodies possess a force to exert a pull to attract each other. This force is called gravitational force. Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, is engaged in research about the heavenly bodies. Exercise. Who am I? Twinkling heavenly bodies. The path around the Sun along which the planets move. The heavenly bodies revolving around the planets. Write the answers. What do we call the scientists who travel in a spacecraft? What is the name of the force that attracts the heavenly bodies towards each other? What do we call the heavenly bodies that are present in the belt between the Mars and Jupiter and revolve around the Sun?